When I talk about Matthijs de Ligt, obviously what resonates into your mind as soon as possible is all about Erik ten Hag making him a captain at the age of 18, and he led Ajax to the Champions League semi-final in 2019, and that shows you how good this player was at that age and how he was really very trusted by Erik ten Hag, because that young side really went ahead to knock out Real Madrid, Juventus, I think Liverpool, and very many other teams, and they're only knocked out by Tottenham Hotspur at the semi-final. And we get a story coming in from from Germany, that Ten Hag is interested in Matthijs de Ligt, a player that he worked with at Ajax, and now they are really linked up together. We are obviously going to tell you the pros and cons of this transfer here onto the United Matters channel, and we're here to bring you the best that you guys deserve as the viewers of this channel. Smash the like button, comment and share. It's a good morning in my country by the time of recording, and it's the 17th of January 2024, and hope you guys are really doing fine wherever you are. This is Rock and David. You can as well call me already, and smash the like button, comment and share. If you're totally watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily, and hope you guys are really having a fantastic stay wherever you are. Right now, it's really very important to note that it's the January transfer window, though there has not been a lot of movement at the club of Man United, but we know that very many players have gone ahead to leave. Pelestri is leaving, Handball's left, Álvaro Fernandez has left, Sancho has left, Donny van de Beek has left, Joe Higu has gone ahead to leave, close to 7 players have gone ahead to leave, and we're waiting to see who else is leaving the club of Manchester United and who is going to be brought in by the club of Manchester United, because that's the most important bit as to why you guys keep on this channel, because you anticipate huge movements. Now, with 15 days left to end the winter transfer window, a lot of stories are expected to obviously build up, and you know how United does it. We are really late comers, and we like to do late deals, and you cannot rule out United when it comes to doing late deals, even in this the winter transfer window, because Ten Hag told us that if there is an opportunity, they have to seize the opportunity and see to it that all goes on as planned. So let's start it off with this guy known as Matthijs de Ligt. Matthijs de Ligt is really having a tough time at Bayern Munich ever since his money that brought him on, who is currently the Germany national team coach, that is Nagelsmann, brought him in. And we've been told by Plettigol, who works for Sky Germany, and Kari Kahu, who is really a correspondent for Bayern for Sky Sports, he has told us that a move in the summer is not out of question for Matthijs de Ligt at Bayern Munich. Erik ten Hag is very interested in signing him. If Ten Hag remains the manager of Man United beyond the summer, it is likely that de Ligt could become a top target. Now, you know Matthijs de Ligt is now like 24 years of age. You know, ever since he captained that side of Ajax to the final, he has not gone ahead to make what we call a statement performance in any seasons, ever since he was bought for 80 million euros from the side of Ajax to Juventus. Remember, after suffering a lot of lack of game time at Juventus, he found himself sold to Bayern Munich. And at Juventus, fun enough, he couldn't obviously outlodge players like Bonucci and Chiellini. So he was sold to Bayern Munich for 75 million euros. And for those two transfers, they've gone ahead to cost close to 160 million euros. It shows you how quality is, because in this market, getting a defender for that amount of money, that means you've gone ahead to get in a world-class player like Matthijs de Ligt. Now, what has gone ahead to happen at Bayern Munich is, ever since they sacked Nagelsmann, he's not getting enough playing time. That is it. Matthijs de Ligt is not getting enough playing time at Bayern Munich, and it's really very evident if at all you were to go to the stats that show you exactly how many games he's really playing at the side of Bayern Munich. The stats never lie. Last season, he played 31 games in the Bundesliga, scored 3 goals, and he had 1 assist, and he had only 4 yellow cards. So this season, he has only gone ahead to play 9. And remember, we've already gone ahead to play half of the games, and meaning that the game time is really limited. In the FB Pokal Cup. Last season he played 4 games. This season he played only 1 game. In the UEFA Champions League, last season he played 7 games. This season he has only played 1 game. That is Matthijs de Ligt. And it shows you that he's really having a reduction in his game time at Bayern Munich, something that he doesn't want really to happen. And he feels like he should leave Bayern Munich and obviously look for greener pastures. Erik ten Hag is an admirer of Matthijs de Ligt because he knows exactly what this guy is all about, and he could be the perfect replacement for maybe a Rafael Varane if at all he said was into the club of Manchester United. But the big question is Erik ten Hag still having a say on who to sign the club of Man United? Because Ineos is in to get in players, you know. Ineos is in to get in players, and they are going to recruit a new CEO. They are going to recruit a recruitment manager, and they're also going to bring in a sporting director, meaning that Ten Hag will have to sit in that board and convince them why they need Matthijs de Ligt. And I think one of the reasons will obviously base his argument on as to why he needs Matthijs de Ligt will be, 1, the style of play he wants to impact the club of Man United, because most of us are not really impressed with the style of play of Erik ten Hag, of us going in for counter-attacking football. Yet at Ajax, we knew to it that he was a manager who could play very well from the back, and he could obviously front an argument that Lisandro Martinez can play well from the back. I need a central defender who is right-footed that can as well play well from the back. And if at all he will be told to bring in names, it will be Matthijs de Ligt. And they will obviously challenge him by flaunting a Todibo name in there, and it will depend on how he reacts to that. But he will tell them that I think Todibo is good, but Matthijs de Ligt is better, though he has been suffering a lot of lack of game time. He's not going to hate to impress every time, but I believe he can obviously go to the next levels. And I think the new CEO and everyone, the sporting director and the head of recruitment will ask him, but why didn't you get Donny van de Beek in at Man United, yet you are with him at Ajax? He'll tell them that I found him a changed player. And then they'll ask him, how do you think Matthijs de Ligt is not a changed player from the one you used to manage at Ajax and the one you've gone ahead to obviously get at Manchester United from Bayern Munich? And I think he'll tell them that the price at which was bought from Juventus to Bayern Munich reflects exactly what this guy is all about. But I think he's a quality player. He's a quality player, and he still has a lot to really prove in the game of football. Ever since then, he hasn't gone ahead, obviously, prove himself that he was that kind of defender that United wanted to sign way back in 2019, and he ended up moving to Juventus, and he couldn't obviously cross to the side of Manchester United. And the injuries are really like injuries, but it looks like he has gone ahead to get another one. Having gone ahead to just return from injury, he has gone ahead to return. And they also ask Erik ten Hag, is he an injury-prone player? He say, go and look at his stats. He's not an injury-prone player, because even yesterday, Bayern Munich went ahead to put out a post that Matthijs de Ligt suffered a new injury as he's gonna be out due to a capsule problem to his left knee. De Ligt will have to take a break from training, per the Bayern Munich statement. Injuries have been really some of the things that have gone ahead to hinder his career at Bayern Munich, but ever since has been really available, he has not been taken as a first choice centre back. He refers Kim Min-jae and Upamecano to be playing into that central defense. But Ten Hag will also have a relief of smile on his face, because Kelly Howe has told us that Matthijs de Ligt's injury is not serious. The Dutchman is only expected to be sidelined for around a week. So he's going to be out for only a week. So that is another relief that Erik ten Hag can obviously get in as far as convincing his bosses are really concerned. But for me, I don't have any red flag from getting him in at the club of Man United, but the price will matter. How much will they offer to the club of Manchester United? To the club of Bayern Munich, because Bayern might want to obviously get their money back. They bought this player from Juventus. It was 75 million euros, and the age is still on his side. 24, 25 years of age, meaning that he has just gone ahead to hit his prime, and he still has some good 7 years of playing the game of football. And if you are Erik ten Hag and you are a board of Man United, I think it's a transfer that are supposed to look on through in the summer, because he's not going to come now. He's not going to come now because we cannot get him in, and there is no reason as to why we get in a centre back, because when you look at Evans, Harry Maguire, Lindelof, Lisandro Martinez, and Rafael Varane, those are enough to take us through the season, and all we need to do is to get these players out of the club of Manchester United and get in players who are really very competent to obviously serve us a better purpose. Press resistancy that obviously offers, that really makes him one of the best players that pass from the back. If you're having Lisandro Martinez in that central defense, and if you're having Lisandro Martinez in that central defense and Matthijs de Ligt, that means you're having two central defenders who can really complement each other well and build from the back. That's what exactly Ten Hag wants. Varane is good, but he's not a press-resistant player. But Lisandro Martinez and Matthijs de Ligt are almost the same. So we wait and see how that pans out. I give it a green light, and I would be excited if at all we get him in the summer, because we need to build a team that can obviously pass from the back. And if at all this is to happen, Ten Hag needs to get in players, and those players should come in early to prepare for the preseason. And there's going to be a very huge block, because some players that Ten Hag might be looking for will be playing in the Euros, and it will take them some time to return to the club of Manchester United, as they will obviously get 3 weeks off to obviously prepare and recharge their batteries to return to the preseason, meaning that Matthijs de Ligt might be one of those to travel with the Dutch national team to play in the Euros, and that might affect us. So that is also a huge factor on how we are gonna really go to it. But let's wait and see how that pans out. But Erik ten Hag is interested in Matthijs de Ligt, and a deal has been really agreed. As you know, we sounded a here we go for Álvaro Fernandez to Benfica, but there are a lot of clauses that have to be met by Álvaro Fernández for his deal to be made permanent at Benfica. And Fabrizio Romano has told us that he has just signed the Benfica and Man United have just signed the Álvaro Fernández deal, a loan deal with a £5 million buy option. They tell us that it becomes a permanent deal if Fernandez starts 50% of the games. United have a buy-back clause and matching rights. United have a sell-on clause. So that is really important for the club of Man United. It shows you that when you have incompetent people, these are deals that you do. These are deals that you do for your players who believe that cannot get into the first team, but if at all they go elsewhere and get in that ample playing time, they can turn out to be good players, like they're gonna hate to do for players like Amad Diallo. You saw what he did down at Sunderland. Look at what they're gonna hate to do for Hannibal, to Sevilla, and so on and so on. So Ineos have gonna hate obviously give this a green light, and Álvaro Fernández, to me, he's an elite left back. All he needs is to really get in enough playing time, and if he gets in enough playing time, I think we can get him back at Man United because of his height and how press resistant he is, his crosses, and how he surges the final third. His offensive part of the game is really very important, and I like the way he inverts into the midfield and the way he obviously spreads wide to obviously get width for the club of Manchester United or any club he's gonna play for. So guys, tell me your thoughts about Ten Hag interested in Matthijs de Ligt in the comment section below. Tell me what your thoughts are, and Álvaro Fernández deal signed between Man United and Benfica. I sign out for now. See you later. May the living to God bless you abundantly, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel to see to it that we really hit 17,000 subscribers before the end of this month. I'm out. Bye bye.